Everywhere I look, I see videos and posts about how everyone's quitting RV life. Everyone's quitting. And it'd be easy to dismiss it as a YouTube fad gone wild.
Girls gone wild.
If there weren't so many of them. And setting sheer quantity aside, I've seen specific YouTubers and RVers who are announcing they're getting out of the lifestyle.
I quit.
So there are names and faces to this trend. So people are quitting. I've seen it. But you'd expect campgrounds to be empty, right? And for sites to have gone down drastically in price.
Does that mean we get a 50% discount?
What I can tell you, as somebody who's out here full time, neither of those things have happened. I can report that RV sites are just as difficult to book as when I first got into this. If anything, they're harder to book.
Puzzling.
And prices haven't softened one bit. If anything, the campgrounds are busier. So what gives? Well, the reality is that while plenty of people are quitting RV life, other people are also flocking to it. There are lots of folks joining, just as there are lots of folks quitting. And the whole phenomenon has to do with something called churn. It happens with lots of things, not just RVing. But essentially it means that people leave, yes, but a lot of people also come in. There's a give and take, an ebb and a flow. It's like tides. And there's definitely a large influx of new people coming into this life. I see them all the time showing up to campgrounds. They have trouble parking their new rig. They're headed into the site in the wrong direction, so they have to use the extra long hose and the extension cords. They take hours to set up because they've never done it before. You can sometimes even see them out there on their phones looking at YouTube tutorials. They're bright-eyed, they're bushy-tailed, they're excited, if a little bit overwhelmed. And it's not just churn. There's another big factor. The other big thing that I've seen a lot is that a number of people who are quitting RV life are actually just taking a break.
Let's face it, I'm tired.
They're quitting for now, not quitting forever. The beauty of RV life is in its flexibility. You can live in an RV for a while, you can boondock, you can stay in campgrounds, you can even mooch dock at a family or a friend's house for a bit, and then you can move into sticks and bricks whenever you need to, either temporarily through a hotel or staying with a friend, or permanently putting down roots again. And then the RV is just something you use on the weekends. And that can be for whatever reason. You're tired of traveling? Financial reasons? Maybe you have a family or friend who needs you to be in one place? It doesn't matter.
Sometimes good things happen, sometimes bad things happen.
The RV life is flexible, and that's a good thing. It's something that can come and go. And some people who are quitting are just taking a break. Anyone who's full-time for any length of time will tell you that it's good to have an exit strategy. Whether that's getting some land to put your RV on, then maybe you can build a house on eventually, or continue to live on in your RV, or having some family that you can move in with from time to time, whether that's for a day, a week, a month, a season, or longer. Or maybe you have a nest egg saved up for hotels or apartments when you need them, either because you're transitioning away from RV life or because you're getting something fixed.
Yeah, breaking stuff.
That's important. I've talked about that a number of times. It's good to have a backup plan, because RV life is flexible but uncertain. You don't want to be stuck in your rig. The idea is that it is flexible housing and it lets you travel and have adventures. Not that you were forced to live there because you have no other option.
I had no choice.
I know everybody's in a different place, and that is some people's reality, but if you can help it, it's best to not have that situation. To have an exit strategy, to have a backup plan.
Backup plan, you gotta have some kind of backup plan, right?
Everything is temporary, including RVing. Now, there are other factors at work. I've seen people actually who are getting out of RVing that are not only taking a break, putting the RV in storage, but selling the RV. And some of that is financial realities. They can't afford it anymore. They want somebody else to be able to use the RV while they get their life back on track, knowing someday they'll probably get a different rig down the road. It's a break. It's a less temporary break than folks that kind of put it in storage and expect to be out soon, but it is something that they hope to return to. And I know that factors like inflation don't help. And it's not just in the RV life. I know campsites are going up and all that, and we've talked a lot about that, but everything is going up. Housing costs and sticks and bricks have gone up. The price of groceries have gone up. Everything is more expensive now, and something's got to give, and sometimes that's RVing. And that isn't any reflection on RVing. It's just a reality. Inflation is not helping anyone. And typically what I'm seeing more of with that is weekend warriors, people who have a sticks and bricks and then an RV that's a mobile vacation home that they go out with on the weekends to take long trips. They're getting priced out of having that second home, that mobile vacation home. That's something that affects full-timers less, especially, a lot of full-timers, if the RV parks get too expensive, they get to a point where they boondock more or mooch dock more or do something like Thousand Trails. They find cheaper options, they move less, that sort of thing. The people who are priced out by inflation, from what I've seen, tend to be the weekend warriors. A lot of full-timers that get tired of the nonstop travel and the planning, they need a break. It's more about that and less about the expense. But life changes are also huge here. I think they're huge for everyone. Anyway, the reality is there are tons of people at RV parks. RV life is here to stay. It offers flexibility with stability in a way that is unparalleled to many other forms of travel and living. And that's not going anywhere, even if the cast of characters out here with me tend to change a little bit with churn and temporary breaks and all that good stuff. Plenty of bright-eyed newbies out here on the road, new friends, as it were, lots of new friends. RV life is not going anywhere. Anyway, that's the real reason everyone is quitting RV life. Thanks for watching. Keep on moving, and I'll see you in the next video.